but
Yeah.
other new people, I'm not doing it. Just yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, my dear. So like always, when I raise my hands up like this to you, if you could say your name out loud, first, last, whatever resonates is perfectly fine. Okay. I ask my angels, spirit guides, higher self, and past loved ones to come forward so I may deliver this message in love, light, and clarity. I also ask
Sarah.
angels, spirit guides, higher self, and past loved ones to come forward so they may receive this message in love, light, and clarity. Thank you. All right, my dear. Have you had like jaw pain or like teeth pain or something like that going on? Because it's like they're actually kind of pulling me into these two teeth here, like the vampire teeth a little bit, okay? So just notice that like if you're waking up in the morning, maybe you're clenching your jaw if you're having like a lot of stress or anything like that. If you do have a night guard, use your night guard. That's what spirit's kind of saying. But also like I don't think you're gonna chip your teeth or anything like that, but like just don't be like opening things with your teeth. Okay, that's what spirit's saying. Like if you're in a rush or something and you're needing to like just don't do it. Okay?
Deal.
Okay. All right. So are there questions that you are wanting answered or you just want a general reading?
Yeah, I thought I have a few questions, but
Sure.
I'm also open to general reading. Like I'm not sure what.
Yeah. Let's do
Okay.
your questions and if time allows, we'll just
Okay.
do a general.
So I have a few. Should I just go one at a time or
Yeah.
all?
Yeah,
Okay.
one at a time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I've been going through a lot, as probably you know. I just want to know, like, am I on the right track in my business, and what should I be focusing on now and in the future?
Okay.
That's a big one. And really that goes into like, how do I unlock money? Like do my thing, but unlock myself. Yeah. Am I on the right track? What should I be focusing on? So there's so many things.
So you have Four of Swords, Five of Cups. So yeah, there's a lot of worry here. Like a lot of worry here. You then have the Devil and the World card coming out, and I'm going to pull one more. Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, but he wasn't reversed. I just picked it up reversed. Okay. So, first and foremost, you need to step into like the taboo in your business. Okay. So, like when I say that, it's kind of like own the fact that like you are the leader of your business. Okay. Own the fact that like you you've been doing this for years. You're now just doing it for you. So when you're at like it's like when you're asking like what should I be doing? Like or like where like it feels like there's a lot going on. What should I be
Yeah.
concentrating my energy on? It's
Yeah.
like concentrate your energy on the thing that like makes you feel the most alive when you're doing it. But other people are like, ooh, girl, that's risky. That is risky because like with the devil like these well the queen and king aren't major arcana but I always kind of mark them as like a major arcana because they have people in them, right?
Mhm.
And so it really is this place where it's like you're spending a lot of time worrying and not a lot of time just like owning owning who you are, owning
Yeah.
what you're doing. Okay. So the reason why I say own the thing that like scares you the most, but also lights you up the most is because the devil came out. Okay. Because it's like, I don't know, I kind of am getting this feeling like as I tune into the devil card where it's like, I don't want to be pigeonholed. And maybe that's why you're like, there's so many ideas that are coming forward. Like, and like even though I'm really good at this one thing and even though people keep saying it's risky or whatever, right? Like it brings me the most money. I don't want to be known for that forever. Okay, then don't be known for that forever. But build your legacy, build what you need off the backs of that, okay? Do you know who Gala Darling is?
No.
Okay, so she's like a magnetic money kind of manifester type of thing. Okay, so she started her whole career like 15 years ago tapping. She like helped her eating disorder through tapping. Anyways, she's no like people who meet her now probably have no idea that she taps because like her her Instagram isn't about that. It's about lifestyle now. Like that's
Yeah.
all that it's about, right?
Yeah.
And so it's this place where it's like, don't be afraid to kind of really niche in on this one thing because you have so many ideas. Leave those ideas kind of in like a file folder, whatever kind of looks good for you. And as you're kind of like embracing more, or you hear within yourself, like it's time to expand out, go to that file folder and be like, what can I add now that complements this really well? What can I add now that complements this really well? I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like you're helping people like grow strategically. That's what it feels like to me.
Big time.
Okay. So the more that you own your tabooness, like what actually helps you grow strategically is what's going to pull people in, right? So you're not looking for, and again, I'm not saying this in a mean way. You're not looking for like the housewife who's bored and wants to kind of make some bucks. No, you're looking for the women that are like, no, I like fucking hustling. Like I like moving my energy. I like feeling, or women or whoever, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
feeling empowered to do the thing. So it's like you have to embody that energy in order to do that.
Yeah.
You have to really be in this place where it's like, and again, I'm not saying you don't do that very well, but spirit's saying like this is the key to really unlocking
Yeah.
this area. And it's like, I don't know, because what they're kind of telling me is that like um I'm someone who likes hustle culture. Like I like it. I just like I thrive in it, right? And like it's one of those things where like people are like, yeah, but like cyclical living. Yeah, I live cyclically in that.
Yeah.
But
In the
it's like
pockets of
that's
it.
kind of what I'm seeing here is that it is almost like the toxic like boss babe. Let's get this,
Yes.
let's do it, right? Like, and it's
Yes.
just
No
like
shame.
own that.
Yeah.
Because like legitimately, if it was a man, no
Yeah.
one would blink
No one
twice.
would have a problem.
Right. And so it's like own it, and that's how you unlock it. It's basically like where the niching comes in is how you do this as someone that has like a more cyclical body than someone who is biologically male, and allow that to be in a place that like really grows. That's what it kind of feels like the taboo is that it's like, no, just own it. No, I love hustle culture. I love
Yeah.
money. I love this, right? Like all the things that women are like socialized women are told that like it's not the thing for them. No, it is the thing for me. And like
Yeah.
I build differently, right?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift gave like all of her people like $1 million bonuses because she's like, that's what it means to be a billionaire and not hoard resources, right? I'm still going to be a millionaire
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like that, or a billionaire at the end of the day, like whatever, right? Like it's that shit where it's like I'm not afraid of the resource that I have and that I can give, and I know how I'll distribute that how I see fit.
Yeah.
Okay? Leave the like nonprofit mindset aside. That's what spirit's really saying.
Yeah.
Leave the nonprofit mindset behind. Um, because it's a lie. Like
I
it's
know. This is
straight
what
a
I'm
lie,
fighting. This is
right?
like, this is,
Yeah.
and
It's
it's like I'm in this new space of that's been my career, like my last 20 years. But I never agreed with 90% of it, and I do it differently, which is why I've been successful. And now I'm on my own saying, wait a second, there's other ways you can be profitable. And as a nonprofit, as a leader in fundraising, you don't have to feed into scarcity and playing small in this world. Like you can be your own person, step into your power, whatever that looks like for you, and be invested in your community and help each other, help do good. Like, but and I am getting like I have people coming at me now. Like I'm in this the weirdest world where I'm like, what is going on? I have people, I have so many haters, people coming at me like in the nonprofit world that want to take me down and like it's like stay in your lane, like, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like I'm here to help charities raise money. and to do good in the community. Like, where's this all coming from? So
Mhm.
that's where I'm
So
like,
you made it. You
well, that's the
made
thing. Like,
it.
usually you're onto something when people start trying to tear you down. So
Yep.
that's where I'm at. But I'm just like, my business has so many potential
Hmm.
streams, and I'm like, what do I focus on? There's so much I want to do.
Hmm.
Um, but I need to make money. And this is the thing, is like, how do I tap, knowing that my demographic's primarily nonprofit, they have no money. That's why they
Hmm.
need me to help them fundraise, so they can't pay me. So then I'm trying to bridge like corporate. And then I'm trying to think of like intellectual property keeps coming up. So how do I like monetize my brain and my experience and who I am as a person through like teachings or like I don't know what it is. There's so much I could do that I'm getting lost. I'm
So it's like
experimenting.
you are the corporation.
I am the corporation.
You are the corporation. You are the one that's like, again, this like gala darling thing is coming up, right? Like you are doing talks. You are like, you are monetizing you. You're not
Right.
monetizing your brand. Your brand is your message. You are the
No.
business.
Okay.
Does that
That's
make
a
sense?
shift. Yeah, but that's a shift on, yes, where I'm
Okay.
feeling stuck of like, is it me on stages talking and changing and getting paid to do that? Or is it
Mhm.
me fundraising for charities behind the scenes, helping them get
No, no,
bigger?
no. No,
Okay.
you are the face. Be the face. That's what, yeah, that's what Spirit's saying. You are the face, right? So instead of trying to
Yeah,
like you, because
smartphone.
it's like it's Leo energy, right? Like we have the Queen of Wands coming out. It's Leo energy. Leo doesn't do good behind the scenes. They like to be known. They
Mm,
like to be the one that's like, yeah, I fucking did that. Look at what I did. Look at how I helped you. And that's what I mean about the tabooness. It's like stepping into that big energy around like, yes, you did that as a corporation, but I was the inspiration behind what you did. And
hmm.
like claiming your accolades, claiming like getting your flowers, right? So it's like this Two of Swords goes into Temperance and then the Six of Cups. It's like this is how you find balance, right? Because within this, big corporations are going to come to you and be like, "Hey, look, we're trying to start a new charity and this is what it needs to look like." And you're like, "Perfect. I have the perfect nonprofit that you can now like you're linking them up, but you are the face.
Hmm.
You are like the reference point instead of trying to like work here and then get paid here. It's like that's how it comes together. So it's kind of like when the YWCA brings in inspirational speakers to talk to people. You can't like they have government grants that pays that person what they deserve, right? So it's
Hmm.
that kind of thing where you're like you're utilizing that to help out, to go forward. But the money block is that place where it's like I deserve to get paid for my labor,
Yes.
even though it feels like I might be taking from that nonprofit in the sense of like lack, scarcity, mindset type of thing. You and I both know it's two separate pockets of money that
Yeah.
like their entertainment budget is very different from their work budget, like that kind of thing, right? And so it's this place of temperance. It's finding that balance within yourself where you're like, it's okay. I'm not taking money out of people, like, I'm not taking food out of people's mouths. In fact, what I'm doing is eventually going to be teaching nonprofits how to get more money out
Yes.
of like
Yes.
the bigger pool. But
Yes.
right now, you have to concentrate on like you being the big pool that is the connector. That's
Hmm.
how you help yourself.
Okay.
So you and
Yes.
you have a lot of like Spirit's saying you have a lot of connections.
I
Like
have
in
a ton of connection.
right.
Yeah, I'm just like, how do I use that? How do I bring it all together? And like, and I see what my gut tells me is this. I keep calling it like making up my whole new industry because I'm just like burn it all down, rebuild it up for better because it doesn't make sense what once was and what is. And I'm picturing like Ernest for Good and myself as a broker for impact. And I'm bridging and uniting charities whose missions I care about deeply and my corporate contacts and how I can move within the corporate world and the wealth world. And then but I see like them paying me, the corporate people, but then to almost second me to help teach the nonprofits how to fish for themselves. And
Hmm.
that's my model. And I want to like build this model, which is very different because now it's like, oh, the United Way gives money to a charity. And but they're just doing the same things over and over and remaining where they've always been. They're not learning how to raise funds for themselves. They're relying on a funder just giving them money. And that's not sustainable because when that funding's gone, they go. So that's my whole thing is like sustainability. But that's the thing. I'm like trying to broker worlds differently for good. But people hate what I'm onto because I think it will changing new models mean that certain things are no longer relevant. And that's kind of the thing I'm pushing. And it's like, this doesn't work. Okay.
No,
So
yeah, like what it literally sounds like is you're saying is that like nonprofits are no longer nonprofits. They are for
no,
profit. And we need to start seeing that like that is a because it's a very feminine industry.
yes,
And just like you, right? It's this place where it's like, no, we deserve to be paid for our labor. And
yes,
that's what it sounds like you're trying to bridge.
yes,
But like bring in the modeling so
yeah,
then when that nonprofit falls away, we're not going, ah! Right? Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's helpful. So own the thing.
Yeah.
So on like well, I said, how do I unlock making money in business? And so the really moral of the story is keep leading myself as the face and the message, and then this other stuff will come.
Yeah. Do exactly what you said, right? I'm working for corporations, right? So I'm playing Peter in
Yeah,
order to teach Tom. So I'm not stealing from Peter to pay
I love
Tom.
that.
I'm playing with Peter in
Yeah,
order to teach Tom.
yeah. Okay, that sounds like aligned with where my brain's been at. Okay. So for where I should focus on now is just continuing my like I'm what am I saying? Like trying to light on myself in terms of like what I've done and my advocacy, my like speaking stuff, like things like that. Keep shining it on my impact.
Hmm. Corporations, so, like, okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups. Okay. We then have the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. This is going to sound really manipulative, but it's the truth. Okay. Corporations love a bleeding heart. They love to be seen as bleeding hearts. See, we make all this money, but also we give a lot of money back.
Yeah.
Okay. Play into that.
Yeah.
Like, play into that. Play the part, right? It's a logic in order to start kind of allowing that heart to actually become a heart and not just a play on words. See how good I am because I do this? It's like there it's this energy of like becoming the beast. When I
Mhm.
know the beast, I no longer am prey. And so I'm playing in a way that's like, yeah, a little bit manipulative. But really, when I'm in there, all of a sudden I'm not telling them what to do. I'm asking them to get curious about what they're doing,
Yeah.
right? Eight of Pentacles into the Queen of Cups. Okay. Notice how we have two sets of kings and queens coming out here. So this really requires you to be in a place where you're like working from the masculine mind of business while allowing the empathetic heart of the feminine to be there as well, right? So exactly what you said. I'm going to make money from corporations, then I'm going to go over to the nonprofits and be like, "Hey, let me give this to you for like a fraction of the cost or for free because I've gotten gobs and gobs of money here that I don't need to worry about getting asked to be paid here." Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like being a little bit manipulative, but then also it's like so like Scrooge is kind of coming up, right? It's like showing them their ghosts. And with the nonprofits as well. You're showing them their ghosts so that again, you're not like, see what you're doing wrong. You're like, what could we be doing better here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maximize. Okay. Should I go another question?
sure.
Okay, this one's a doozy. So this is still not settled. Oh my God. I'm a mess, girl. So the stuff that happened in May, where I was complete train wreck.
Hmm.
So my question, I'm still navigating this and it's escalating. No, so okay, can I say the organization or should I not? Okay, it's confidential.
It's recorded, so don't say
Okay, so will the organization that I'm in a legal situation with settle with me? Or will I be publicly going to trial? Because this is a big deal.
it.
And I want to know, when will this end? Like, when will I have justice in the form of a settlement? Because I need to move the fuck on, but I refuse to allow this to be silenced. I will not be silenced over what they did to me, and I demand justice.
Okay, so I am having full shivers as you say this because, like, do you see how this is aligned with your business?
Yes, and I've set it up in such a way. This was all strategic. So if they don't settle with me, I will annihilate them publicly in the context of, not annihilate, that's being dramatic, but like in the context of my business and being unapologetic, I will speak truth to power and I will tell this story. And I'm very comfortable doing it because I've done nothing wrong. And the way it sets up only further positions my business as like this boss girl doing good in the community. It only sets me up. So I'm like, I just want to know, like, but the money, again, I haven't worked in over 8 months. Like, I'm dying here. Like, so I want to know, like, is this going to get settled? Will I get money out of this? When will this be settled? Or will I be, because right now we're on track to go to trial, which would
Yeah.
be public. I just want justice. So I want to know if I'll have justice.
Okay.
That's a lot.
April.
Damn.
I don't mean to be like but you have the Fool. You have the Fool and the Emperor, which are both April, and then we have the World come out, which is March. Okay. In the meantime, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Okay. You know this is going to court because they don't believe you. Like, it's not that they don't believe you, it's that, like, they think they have the upper hand here. Like, they fully think that they have the upper hand here. Okay. It's like, it's almost as if you know that you're just biding their time right now. Okay. So to me, this is like April, but like you said, you show up and like it shows out. Like it's like boom. And like things really happen. And it almost like ignites because the Nine of Pentacles is wish fulfillment and the Three of Wands, right? So like this is exactly what you said. You're looking for that payout. Okay. But the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess, it's you know, you know what you need to do. You know where you need to go. You know how this wheel is turning. Again, I would even say this is April because April, like April 1st, Ostera, like that kind of time, that's when the wheel turns for the beginning of the year. Okay. Like that's our actual like beginning of the year. So around March 21st, April 1st is when I would say like either this is settling or you're going to court. And I don't want to be like that person, but that's what that feels like to me. But it will end. And I feel like this would be like a quick trial. Okay. I don't feel like this, it's almost as if they get in trial and it's like day 1 or 2 and they're like, fuck, can we actually talk about settling again? Because this is going to be really bad. So maybe let's go back to not mediation, but like, let's put an offer on the table here. Okay. Because yeah, they don't want to admit wrong. Because if they admit wrong to you, this is what's, and you already know this, they have to admit wrong to so many other people. So it's really in their best interest to do it outside, but they're not. They won't. I don't like this to me says like you're going to trial, but you're winning. Like, and you know you're winning regardless, right? Like, okay. Can I look into how you can make money in the meantime or like how money's
Yes.
coming in the meantime? Okay. Okay. Eight of Cups. Okay, so it's a little bit of an emotional journey.
Just a little.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have a lot of swords. Four of swords again. So worry. Nine of swords. It like amplifies. Seven of swords. Feels like someone is kind of like stealing from you. Not really, but it's like time, right? That's what really this is coming to. Ace of Swords and Queen and Knight of Cups. Okay. So it's like I realize that like your energy is probably very pulled at this time, one between like the trial, starting a business, and then just like living life. But it's like you like literally what Spirit just said is like you have to go ham on your business right now. Like let your lawyers deal with it, right? Unless they need you for something, don't worry about it, right? Like literally just picture yourself in the courtroom and a judge being like, "Okay, Sarah is allotted this amount of money or whatever, however that's going to wrap up and end for you, okay? You already know it's there, it's in your mind's eye. Okay, it's done. I'm going to detach from it. What's needing to happen is
Mhm.
needing to happen. It's time for me to go ham on my business. Like big time ham on my business. Like this week, next week, we're sending out emails, we're doing all the things. Hey, do you need like are you setting up for winter blues or whatever that might look like? I don't know, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
creating an impact in your business, right? Like that has to come with some sort of motivational speaking as well. Like I just knowing you, that's what it feels like. So it's like again, get into that like motivational sector because this is what's going
yeah,
to align your business more is like because what you are trying to do is motivate these two sectors to work together in order to build profit for people instead of just corporations. So
yeah.
start with the motivation. Hey, I'm looking for some speaking gigs. Do you have any like are you looking for what the heck am I looking for? Employee engagement, like that kind of stuff. Like start there. Even though it might not align completely with the mission of your business, start there so that you kind of are getting your face in with people. And
Mhm.
then again, it's like opening it up, going into more. Okay, I would love to come back in April and talk about finances. I would love to come back in this time and talk about this, right? But right now, it's like, how do you, and again, I'm just saying beat the winter blues, but it's so much more than that, right? It's like,
Yeah.
how do I find my most unapologetic impact? I'm reading the back there, right? To like show up every day at work and be the best I can while I'm doing this. And then da 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 da, we're gonna grow, grow, grow. 4 quarters, 4 workshops. That's what I'm seeing. You come back every single quarter. And
Mhm.
by like December, we're talking about profits and profit sharing or profit whatever into nonprofit, into like the nonprofit sector. So that's what I would do. That's how I would start. Know that your business is going to grow the way that you want it to grow. Start in the motivational sector. Start in that
Interesting.
hustle. Okay?
Okay. Ah, lost. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to ask one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is you told me to write. Well, maybe you didn't tell me, but my cards, spirits. So I did. I wrote a book and it's
Nice.
gonna be, it's just like not just, but it is a quick read, about philanthropy. So it's all about rethinking philanthropy and how we go about doing it. And it's launching January 30th. So with the book, is there anything I'm planning speaking about it on tour about like connecting in with audiences, talking about the book? So like, is there anything that I should focus in on or that I haven't thought of with respect to like publishing a book? It's,
That's your in for corporations,
yeah, that's my info corporations.
right? Hey, I'm launching this book. This is what it's about. I would love to come and talk to your people about this. Da 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 da. Not only like you could set up an entire package of like they're coming and they're listening to you speak, and also maybe they're buying these books from you, right? So
Mhm.
everyone walks away with a copy of the book, right? Or you have like, can I sell the book while I'm there, right? But it's like whatever you're talking about in your book, there you go. That's your speaking points already when you go into these corporations and
Yeah.
talk about, right?
Because yeah, it's
Like,
about
yeah,
fundraising. So it's breaking rules, raising funds, and doing good. And it's just like, again, unapologetic ways of being to then help community. But it goes against a lot of like old fundraising rules. Which that's where I'm like, it's not, is it relevant for corporate? Because like they're not fundraising, they're the donors often.
right.
But they
So
do fundraise.
being in that place where it's like take the messaging of the book because there's definitely going to be like quarters of that book that you can take and like create something that would fit for the corporation then,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And like allow that to move. to move out. And then again, maybe that speaking opportunity where you're not getting paid as much, but definitely nonprofits have it where like engagement happens, right? Where you're going in and you're speaking to the nonprofits in that way. So it's like motivation over here, still motivation, just more geared toward what you're actually looking for. But let's look into this book with regards to like anything else that you're missing.
Get it, move on.
Don't be quiet about it. The Hermit just came out.
And I was gonna be quiet about it. I was just
Don't
gonna publish it, not even tell anyone, and be like, "Oh yeah, I wrote a book."
don't be quiet about it. Like get loud about it now. Like plan a strategic launch for this book. Right? Are you a nonprofit that is looking for da 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 da, whatever? Are you a business, right? Like even myself, like that, like that would be something that I'm interested in, right? Because like as I grow, I definitely want to continue my philanthropy, right?
Yeah.
I want to continue giving back to the community. So also like don't fear looking at small businesses either, right? Because like in my head, all of a sudden, like um Humblebee just came to mind, right? Where we might look at that and be like, oh, it's a small business and it's already making a big impact. But it's like, right, but maybe they're looking to make an even bigger impact in 2025.
Yeah.
So maybe this isn't just big corporations. Maybe you're also going to small businesses and being like, okay, how do we like create this out? Right. So the Two of Swords definitely do not like, because the fear is death. This is what your fear is that like, people not actual physical death, okay, but this place where it's like it won't be well received. Yeah, it's your first book. Maybe you might sell 200 copies, 500 copies, maybe 10, whatever, but it's like don't be quiet about it because this is the first step you are taking to being like I fucking believe in me and
Yeah.
like look at what I've done and like this isn't it, this is the start and
Yeah.
this is allowed to be whatever it is
Yeah.
because like it's just going to grow from here.
Yeah.
And so instead of this kind of being this place where it's like, oh, like look at what I did, look at what I've done.
Yeah.
Like and look at what's being published and this is what's going to like boom, like really create out. So don't be quiet about it. That's what Spirit's saying. Do not be quiet about it.
That's good. I won't.
All right. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, my dear. I will send this out to you probably later tonight, if not
No,
tomorrow.
whenever you can, no rush at all. I took
Okay.
a few notes and I need to like absorb for a bit as well. So it's a
Okay.
lot.
Sounds good.
Thank
You are
you.
very welcome. Happy New Year. And yeah, you have my e-transfer and all that. So perfect.
Yes, I'll send you as soon as we're done.
Yeah. All right, my dear. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Karina.
Bye.
Bye.